Well, Matt, a week ago we were looking forward to the Walsall game on the back of certain perhaps of 10 games without a win and hoping it might change. A week on from that must be a much happier atmosphere with that result and then getting through on penalties on Tuesday night in the EFL Trophy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Of course, it is, and results certainly help that around the training ground. But it's not like we've been too down and too low anyway. We've still been a focused group, a real togetherness, and one that's been working extremely hard. And that doesn't stop just because we got one win on Saturday. So took us into obviously Tuesday night and another clean sheet and back to winning ways on penalties and getting 2 points for, which helps us in the group stage as well. So yeah, it's been a good week, and we were back in training on Wednesday morning, and yeah, the spirits are high, and they're looking forward to Saturday's game.
I know immediately after the game on Tuesday we agreed it probably hadn't been a classic, but looking back on it, it must be lots of satisfying aspects. The number of changes you made, the clean sheet, winning on penalties, and setting up what's virtually a knockout game at Cheltenham next month. So lots of good things to look back on.
Yeah, I didn't think it was the greatest game in the world, and yeah, there were certainly things I felt we could have been better at. But like you just touched on there certainly things I was pleased about. The clean sheet being one of them, and as you say, progressing, winning penalties, and backing up from Saturday. So yeah, lots of positives on Tuesday night, which does, as you say, set up sort of like a knockout round, if you like, at Charlton later on in November.
And a few players played on Tuesday who had a chance to stake a claim and make your selection job a little bit more difficult for league matches coming up.
Yeah, well, we made 8 changes, and yeah, as you say, it was good for those to come in and get some minutes. And as you say, give me options and decisions to make about leading into future games, and that's how we've always used the competition, and a lot of teams do so as well. That's how we did it, even though when we went to Wembley in our first year, we were doing exactly the same. So it's a good competition for that, and yeah, it gave us a good opportunity to give some minutes to some players and get Jordan Trickett onto the subs bench as well. Another 16-year-old coming through academy, and a great link there we have with Jimmy Dack and Ross and all the academy staff, and they're doing such a great job there. So no, all round a good night to get the result, and soon the focus turns to Doncaster at the weekend.
Presumably, it's the first time you've named a 16-year-old and a 42-year-old on the same substitutes bench.
Yeah, and he nearly came on as well, and I was thinking, God, this could be the biggest age difference ever in the front two pairings of our, well, not just of us. I think I know you're one for your stats and your history, Tony, and you'd probably be still researching now to see if there's a bigger age gap. So
Dundee and Kouassi was I think over 20 years when they came on it, when they put together up at Oldham a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, that certainly would have been more than that. So yeah, that would have been interesting if that had happened.
And you just have to just mention Greg Dundas as well. I mean, for him to be able to, at that stage, for him to be able to come on and play 10 minutes and put himself about the way he did is just testament to the bloke, isn't it?
Yeah, he's absolutely superb, isn't he? Sutton through and through, and the valuable role he plays within the staff. Obviously working very closely to Sean, strength and conditioning coach. Dundo helps out with gym sessions, activations, warm-ups, and then any additional bits of training he does as well with individuals, and he then actually goes and joins in as well. So he does the whole lot, Dundo, and at our club. And there's times where I've gone and asked him to play centre half. He's played centre midfield. He's played up front, anywhere down the spine, and he does a hell of a lot of jobs for us at the football club as well. So for him to be going onto the bench at the weekend, and just needed his experience really at the end of the game, just to make sure we kept that clean sheet. So knowing I could trust him, put him on and see the game through, and if, he could have scored as well.
I was going to say when the thing was going to be when that corner flashed across goal in stoppage time, he wasn't far away from getting the win as well.
Certainly wasn't, no. So no, great experience, and still a massive part of what we are.
Now we look forward Saturday we go up to Doncaster back in the league. Firstly, the players that missed out on Tuesday presumably were just rested rather than there being any injury concerns over Saturday's game from them.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so no real injury concerns from obviously from when I've last caught up with you. Rob Milson was good to see him back out and get 45 in him as well. Louis John's not far away. Scotty Cash has had his successful operation. Unfortunately, some not so good news on Eastie, and he's requiring an operation on his hamstring. It doesn't really affect his return to play time. Still looking at 3 to 4 months there, which is a huge blow to us. But yeah, he's going in for his operation on Saturday, and hopefully that will make sure that the injury gives him a stronger chance of making sure the injury doesn't reoccur. And he's been a huge loss to us and not playing many games for us at the start of the season, and now to be out this period is a big blow for us, unfortunately.
Travelling up to Doncaster on Saturday, they were, I think, one of the promotion favourites at the start of the season. They haven't probably made the start they would have wanted to. What are you expecting though when we go up there?
No different to any other game, and I keep saying it to you, Tony. You might as well press my same answer every week, because it's going to be. They're a big club for the division, experienced manager for the division, as you say, one of the favourites with the bookies to be up and around it at the start of the season. Some good players, some experienced players, an extremely tough game, but no different to Walsall and whoever else we played this season. The league table is such a strong league, and like I have said to you before, you have to go and earn every point, and that's whether you're playing the top team or the bottom team. So it is a really tough game on Saturday, but one we're full of confidence in as well, of where we've been at in this week, and one we're looking forward to. A
good place to go and play as well. One of the bigger stadiums in the league, and sort of a good place to play a football game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've been there several times before, but obviously managed there last year, and a really good performance from us. And should have been more than one goal up, but it was our first away game, I believe, of last season. And unfortunately, 2 injury time games took the 2 injury time goals took the game away from us, which was certainly a hard one to take. So we'll be. For those who are involved in that one, making sure we can try and put that right on Saturday. That
was going to be my next question, actually. It's the sort of game that you might still wake up in a cold sweat about occasionally. So it's a chance to put things right and put that memory out of our minds on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly.
And apart from that, no other injury news or news coming up. Just looking forward to the game on Saturday, and looking forward to seeing the supporters in the away stand getting behind the lads as always, because I think that was important on Saturday, I think, against Walsall, the noise that the supporters made.
Yeah, it helped with the early goal, but even from the first minute, they were right behind us. Even from the end of the warm-up, the clapping and getting right behind the lads at 15 minutes before kick-off when they come in from the warm-up. And the players really felt that when they come into the dressing room to get ready for the game. Helped with the early goal, and then they really got behind us in that first half. And the supporters play a huge role in what we're trying to do, and we thank them for their home support. But we also try and encourage as many as possible to try and get up there and support us at the weekend and really get behind us in numbers and in voice. So we look forward to seeing everyone who can travel up and support us on Saturday as well.
Well, we wish everybody a safe trip up to the game, and all the best for the 90 minutes on Saturday afternoon, and we'll catch up with you after the game. Thanks a lot, Matt, as always.
Brilliant. Thank you. Cheers, Tony.